Hey y'all, I'm Tatum Harvel and I'll be doing your ENH sports interview. In an overtime win against Wingate this past Saturday, the football team is proving to stake their claim in the South Atlantic Conference. And joining us from the team today, we have junior offensive lineman Noah Sage. Noah, thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here.
So looking back at the season so far, we've had 2 wins in a double overtime against Newberry. From the start, this team has risen to new Division II competition and they've done it well. So coming into this season, was this to be expected?
Well, I don't think anybody outside of the Emory Henry football team expected us to do that well. I mean, preseason polls had us picked, I think it was 11th out of 12, and even before the season started, I mean, that was something that we were not going to be happy with. We were not going to settle with. Coach Newsom even told us himself that our goal for the season is that, we're going to shock this league. And so far, I think that we've came together really well. We've prepared very well. We've executed things pretty well, done a lot of things right, and I think for the most part, it's kind of going our way for how the season's going to go.
So behind the scenes leading up to this season, what does preparation look like for you and this team as a whole?
A lot of boots on the ground, hard work. When I first got here in the summer or in early June, we immediately kicked it off with summer workouts, which is every weekday, conditioning, strength training, doing that all the way through June, all the way through July, leading up into August, which kicks off fall camp. Which is early, crack of the dawn morning to late in the evenings, practicing, film study, practicing again, probably doing it twice a day. And even more meetings after that. Basically, I mean, it's just a lot of repetitive, we're going to get this stuff down, make sure we're absolutely prepared, ready to go to, trying to achieve what we want to get done.
So constantly growing and working out and developing the strengths of a team often leads to great culture. So what culture has been built here at Emory Henry football throughout everything you all have done?
Blue collar definitely. And I know that's kind of, the I guess, college's memo a little bit. But as far as describing this football team, that's the only way that I have to describe it. I mean, in my opinion, we're hardworking, we're resilient, we're tough, we're dedicated. We're the type of team that, we might not have the biggest school, we might not have the nicest this, that, or whatever. But, we're a team that says, you know what, we're going to come out here and we're going to get what we deserve and what we want to earn, and we're going to work for it.
So looking at this blue-collar, quote-unquote, culture that you all have built together, how have you seen this push the team forward throughout the season and continuing?
Mainly resiliency that I had mentioned. We had known coming into the season that, all these games are going to be a dogfight. We're coming into a new league, obviously better competition, facing a lot better athletes. But that hasn't really slowed us down. We haven't really let that affected us mentally or anything. We just said, it's football. When you get out there, do your job, stuff's going to go bad. But at the end of the day, you got the next play to try and make it right. So stay resilient and, do your best and play hard.
So Noah, taking this resiliency and finishing out the second half of the season, where do you hope to see this team at the end?
Hopefully winning out. I believe that we definitely have the capabilities to do it. Obviously, we have to continue to keep on doing what we're doing of efficiently practicing hard, staying together as a team, holding each other accountable, staying resilient. But I know personally that I do believe that we have the capabilities to win out.
So this next question is a fun question. I want you to fill in the blank. So our team is the most successful when we blank.
Stay together. This is definitely probably the one thing that I've seen on the sideline the most is that in the middle of a game, when things go bad, you can prepare for something all you want, but football is football. Something's going to go wrong. Somebody's going to get hurt. A play is going to get, fluked up, but, nobody ever panicked. Nobody ever really started to point fingers. We've got, older guys helping younger guys helping out older guys, everybody, you know, encouraging each other. I mean, in the middle of a hard game like we had against Newberry, I mean, there was not one time where I don't think any of us had doubt that we could have won that game. I mean, obviously it didn't go the way we wanted to, but I don't think anybody expected us to do as well as we did against Newberry. I mean, at the time they were number 9 in the country. We didn't let that affect us at all. We came out there, we played our butts off, and, you know, we helped each other out, always encouraged each other, and did our job.
Noah, as someone coming in as a transfer, playing at Virginia Tech first, and now here at Emory and Henry, what sets this team apart?
That's actually something that I get asked a lot. As people always come to me, it's like, you know, no, what's the difference between, you know, coming from Virginia Tech over to Emory? And I always tell them, other than, you know, obviously Tech is a bigger school, but I mean, nothing really. I mean, football is football, and I can honestly probably tell you that there's a lot of guys on the team that if they were to go to Tech, they'd probably do really, really good there. I mean, once it comes down to it, I mean, football's football. I mean, you can play whoever you want to play. I mean, as long as you do the right things. I mean, if you can put out, you know, the JV middle school team down the road, or if the New England Patriots, I mean, surely one might be harder, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's not going to kill you. I mean, as long as you do everything right, play hard, hold each other accountable, and stick together as a team. I mean, some things are going to go right, you know.
So, Noah, for our last question, for a young athlete hoping to follow in your footsteps, looking back at who you were then and who you are now, what advice would you give them?
That is a tough question. There's a lot of things that you could probably give a young athlete, but I'd say for me personally, from what I've experienced, is stay patient. You know, you're going to go through hard times. You're going to get discouraged. You're going to get down. Some bad things are going to happen. But I'm a firm believer that, you know, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And just like any other storm, it's eventually going to pass. And you are going to get the opportunity, you know, to learn from it, learn from your mistakes, overcome whatever adversity you're dealing with, you know, and become a better player from it. Just, you know, be patient, take your time, learn from your mistakes.
That's awesome. Noah, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that as the season continues, that you and your teammates continue to be patient and stay the course and reap the benefits of that. We're cheering you on this season and can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. This concludes our sports interview for EHC-TV. I'm Tatum Harvel, and we'll see y'all next week.